Greetings and salutations, my name is Ignis here with Wild Temptations. Today I played a Twisted Delight, a tower of chaos, thrill and fright. For those unaware, now lend me your ear. Twisted Towers, the madness you fear. It's a ride through a cursed old park with mascots that smile but their souls are dark. A 1950s resort gone wrong where the puzzles are deadly and the traps do not belong. You'll fight your way up, room by room, chasing a prize through this all colourful gloom. The beach is your start, where it seems all sunny and sweet, and the tower begins and it knocks you off your feet. 4 freaky foes will block your path, and 3 strange weapons you can use to unleash your wrath. You meet weird folks who all speak in clues, and you might wonder what's real and what you might just lose. It's like BioShock met Disney's Screams, and then it crashed headfirst into fever dreams. If you had fun, then drop a like. It helps the channel and it feels just right. If you've been here once or twice before, hit subscribe and come back for more. And with all that is said and done, it's time to go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Tiny. Things have changed since the war. While you were away, I met someone whose established position promises a steady future.
Admittance for one in post-war grime. London 1945, oh what a splendid time. Yet even now with the world in pieces, I still can't score maidens, just haunted leases. Arrived at the docks, the air smells of fear, to the twisted tower where my nightmares leer. I skipped the line, not hard to be clear, when the only other guest just disappeared. A kid dropped his tickets, how sad, how grim, so I took them with pride and posed on a whim. Get my good side, I yell at the cam, though every side's bad like expired ham. I find a mallet next to a knifey corpse. This'll come in handy, I say with no remorse. I climb the stairs, hear panting and claws. It's a dude on all fours breaking laws. He scared me so bad I punched a balloon, then 5 more for vengeance like a popping typhoon. The popping was petty, the panic was real. The balloon did not deserve that ordeal. Smashing some pumpkins, I take out 3, then sneak past broken planks I broke to be free. A random game save jumps up and screams, and honestly, that was scarier than my darkest dreams. 3 more gourds go down in style when a man wakes up with a murderous smile. He's got a bare head and a butcher's blade, but I have a hammer and therapists unpaid. 4 mallet swings and he's down with strife, because it turns out mascots have but 1 life. He's not the first bear I've had to unglue. The one upstairs earlier? Yeah, that was a huggy too. 5 more pumpkins and I'm feeling alive. Then I slide neath the gate like I'm 007 times 5. I slide back again cause it's just that rad, till my stamina wheezes and I feel a tad sad. 3 more pumpkins, more to go. I climb up the stairs like way too slow. And what do I find in majestic gold shine? A statue of Twister, arms out like a shrine. His face says you're doomed and his laugh says even worse. His decor is, well, a tragic IKEA curse. A TV turns on and plays a scene with flair, and I yell at the screen because I just don't care.
Dreams will bloom and flower through silly halls and wonders grand. You'll squeal for more at my command. And if you reach the top tonight, the treasure may steal Charlotte's heart outright. Yes, Tiny, we know all about Charlotte.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Twister the Lame? I'm the one who rhymes, get out of my game. To show you my wrath unhinged and untamed, I will hit you with all of these pumpkin remains. Raising the gates, I'm finally let in, greeted by banners that flutter and spin. 3 simple words stacked with suspense: win her back. My trauma commenced. Down the long hall, the lighting gets weird. A painting appears. My ex has reappeared. I turn to escape, and who's standing there? Mr. Twister, with a smug little glare. I rush in to whack him with a mallet held tight, but he vanishes fast. This is ghosting done right. Then bam, the gate slams shut behind, and the hallway I knew completely redesigned. Where once was a wall, now stands a door. This tower's got tricks and most definitely more. I walk on through like a cursed hotel, where the bellhop is trauma and the check-in is hell. Now I'm in a lobby and it's quite the scene, with a headless man skewered like cuisine. He's a meat stick piñata with gore on display, so I give him a few hits to brighten my day. I stroll a bit further, lights flicker with flare, then something shiny makes me stop and stare. A glowing green door that begged for clicks, but it just won't budge. A classic video game trick. I push, I pull, and I click it with glee, but it only stares back at me like you need a key. So I leave it alone, for now at least. I've got other weird hallways filled with the gentle deceased. I find a small station called Heel Boy nearby, with a man and a mallet who's watching me too sly. His mallet looks close to the one I pack, so I give him a nod and slowly step back. While poking around like a nosy raccoon, I meet Patricia, who sucks up the room. She warns me quite loudly no dirt on the floor, while she's dripping with blood in a crimson decor. I raise my brow and she gives me a glare. Lady, you're standing in guts, don't you dare. Ignoring the sass, I stroll to the lift, where trauma and madness continue to shift. I snag a small key, a glimmer of fate, then press the big button simply marked as first plate. The elevator groans as if it's seen better days, but up I go through these haunted hallways. Who knows what floor 1 has in store? Probably pumpkins, blood, possibly war. The dining hall greets me with a terrible grace, and an angry man wielding a knife in my face. He lunges in close for a meat-flavored hug, so I drop 4 swings and send him to slug. Then, just for fun, I swing once more, because hammer therapy is very hard to ignore. I head down the side where the lighting gets grim, to a photo booth hiding a key within. It matches the door from the lobby of pain, but before I can even grab it, the gates drop again. My ticket to freedom now locked out of reach. Just another twist from this tower run by a So I sigh and move on with cautious grace and find yet another TV in my face.
Tiny, I have a confession to share. It's about the prize, so handle it with care. The prize is not quite what you'd expect, it's true. But trust me, you'll like it more than you knew.
Mr. Twister appears with a flair and pride, and he says that my reward is a surprise inside. Before I can process this cryptic delight, a phone from Toy Story jumps in for a fight. But not the cute one. This one has teeth, and a grin that screams you will never leave. Its sidekick? A pumpkin, equally wild. I crush it in seconds like a troubled child. Then I stumble on a room dimly lit, where a man soils himself to say, "Please quit." His gestures are loud and the scent even louder. He's marinated in shame like a fear-scented chowder. I could be polite and continue the spat, but my nose files for protest and I'm not dealing with that. I flee to the door I haven't yet tried and pick up a revolver with chaos inside. They call it the Misfire, a name full of charm, like giving a toddler a weaponized arm. Then guess who returns? It's Heel Boy again. Still with his mallet, still shady as sin. It's not that I don't trust him, don't get me wrong. I just don't trust him. Therefore, so long. Before me now 3 paths lie. One is locked, one says goodbye, and the third leads up to Jerry's grand stage, where nightmares perform and contracts engage. With options few, I head towards the sound, a knocking at Jerry's door so profound. I open it up and what do I see? A man with 0 chill charging at me. So I give him a ticket straight to the floor. 4 bullets later, he won't be knocking for more. Then another appears like this is a trend, so I greet him with a dual special send. I wade through the bodies, calm and refined, into a large room with chaos fully on design. Mr. Twister laughs like a cackling loon and then throws me into his glorious murder cartoon. The phones start moving and biting my toes, while Huggy Bears hug their internal woes. But topping it all is a cursed giraffe suit. Jerry Giraffe shows up, looking rather astute. So I lock and load and say hello with flair, and pray that I actually survive this theater nightmare. After carving my way through the slaughter parade, a big green button shows itself and screams to me, "Do not be afraid." With zero regard for safety or my own fate, I press it like candy on my dinner plate. The world behind me twists and screams, the stage flips over like a child dreams. Balloons now float to what once was the floor, while an endless abyss opens its doors. I tiptoe across the beams, now fueled by regret, just to flip a glowing lever I will most definitely forget. And wouldn't you know it, it drops a blue gate. The key is now accessible if by fate. Knowing my goal, I now crawl through the vents with the grace of a goblin with zero laments. I make my way back with the blue key now in reach, but curiosity hits me with a lesson to teach. What does Heelboy actually do, I ponder? So I visit the big nose and stare full of wonder. It turns out this man's a weapon upgrade station, and thankfully he is not prone to hammer deflation. So cheers to you, Big Nose, and my mallet-free mate. Upgraded and deadly, I now feel pretty great. With my gear now in check and my tickets all spent, I head for the blue door, my confidence now completely unbent. The door swings wide with a statue so vile. 2 stations now inside, the food and ammo aisle. But no time to dine or shop in peace. The next room says brawl and the chaos will not cease. Yet even with the monsters in a toothy disguise, I beat them all down without blinking my eyes. A Tommy gun falls, the tickling Tommy by name, a perfect reward for a flawless game. I turn to my left, hearing a fateful sound. It's Mr. Quackers, now permanently on the ground. He was guarding a room without tricks or despair, just a big green key with a sparkly flare. I move ahead, smashing the planks in my way, down the dark stairs where the shadows now begin to play. But I've learnt my lesson last video taught, so I leap past the trap like a scared afterthought. I crush the pumpkin, a foul little freak. But don't celebrate just yet. There's danger this week, because bam, ambush! From out of the blue, another Mr. Quackers now jumps into view. I ready my gun with a sinister grin, because round 2, duck boy, I'm cashing in. Behind Mr. Quackers sits a button quite large, with stairs on the wall like a modern art charge. I slam it with pride because what could possibly go wrong? That is then, the room rearranges like a cursed game of Pong. I head back the way that I had just crossed, and I am now jumped by more goons. You know, at least I'm not lost. They are packing more guns with zero chill, but I'm also packing heat and a hunger to kill. I mop up the mess with a mallet and lead. Each shot is a love letter I never got to send. Then I ascend the new ramp like royalty crowned, collecting my tickets, now victory bound. To my shock and awe, what do I see? The lobby returns. With the elevator I sing with glee, flipping the lever that reveals at long last the twisted green token I sought from the past. With the token now in hand, I march back down, past the old stairs and into unknown ground. The first glowing door now opens with glee, and behind it, a basement, suspiciously free. I leap over tiles suspiciously placed, clearly designed for death in a chase. And at the room's center, a cursed TV roars as Mr. Twister's voice seeps through all of its pores.
About the prize. It is my honor, with great delight, to reveal the prize of Twisted Tower tonight. If you reach the top, through trial and fight, you shall win. Sweet Charlotte Wright!
He rants and rambles, full of delight, then reveals the prize that I've earned in this fight. My ex. Charlotte Wright. In all of her splendor, I'll be quite frank, I'd rather surrender. Yet onwards I go for the plot's cruel demand, as I take up a harpoon and then place it in my hand. It latches to targets that shimmer blue, letting me grapple like a ninja on glue. It's thrilling, it's fast, and I'm already obsessed. This mechanic alone puts all trauma to rest. Though sadly I know this joy cannot stay. The elevator key now paves the way. Back to the lobby with the key held high, but of course, one more fight just before I can fly. A brawl of legends, an endgame thrill, with friends and foes, all aiming to kill. Huggy Bear, Jerry Jeff, and the phones. Quackers returns in all of his broken tones. The dial tone army, the plushy parade, I fight through the storm with all the ammo I've made. My reward is blood, tickets, and gear, enough to keep fighting or buy overpriced beer. I limp to the elevator, beaten but bold, ready to witness what more secrets can unfold. But instead of rising, the tower says no. Floor -1. That shatters all my hope. And just like that, the demo concludes, in a classic tower fashion, awfully cruel and rude. If this was just a sample, then sign me up twice, for the full game's release and maybe some ice. And with that, I want to say thanks for watching, I hope you had fun. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and then we're all done. Share it with your friends and don't delay. You can also hit that subscribe button because more is on the way.